DuckloadRa versus Dimaga. So a PvZ on Tal'Darim altars. What could possibly go wrong here? Nothing as far as I'm concerned, because this is going to be awesome. These guys are both amazing. And you know what else is amazing? The fact that I just got back last night. I am back down in Cali. Oh, I'm refreshed, rejuvenated, revived. Got to spend some good time with my friends and family back in Oregon. But I am back now and ready to dive back into this, going full time, as opposed to when I was up in Oregon, a little bit sporadic. So I apologize for that, but I was on vacation. Hopefully you guys understand and you can forgive me. And I'm looking forward to casting a ton of great games in the upcoming weeks and months. So it looks like Dimaga with a little extractor trick going on right there. Nicely done, nicely done. They are spawning not as far away as possible. You can spawn here and here. That's like as far away as possible, but still fairly far in any of these spawn positions. So this map, one of the bigger maps, more of a macro map, if you will. And I haven't seen DuckloadRa, formerly WhiteRa, play for quite a while. I'm sure he has been active. I just haven't seen him in any of the replays that I've cast or watched. So I am interested to see what he is doing, how his style has changed. I see that he is chrono boosting out probes. I condone that behavior. That is very good. Looks like Dimaga going for a spawning pool first, not opting for the early hatchery that I see so often from Zergs on this map. They just take that early expo because it's so hard for people to get there, except Dimaga could be just factoring in the fact that DuckloadRa, of course, is Protoss, and if he did scout in the correct direction, then he could put a pylon down, and that would mess up his build totally. So he's going to go for a little bit more of a stable, standard build, getting the spawning pool, getting some Zerglings out, and then taking this expansion is what I believe he will do. I don't think any kind of one-base play is very likely on a map such as this. Yeah, you can see the drone was just on the way out, and now he's going to be attacking this probe. Probe going to be running back to his favorite spot ever, which is right here at this expansion. And now we're going to see the ever so common dance between the probe and the drone as they tango around here. The drone trying to do as much damage as he can to the thing. And then trying to, yes, and he breaks away from his dance partner and manages to get the hatchery down. So this probe, a little bit embarrassed that he didn't practice his salsa dancing, is going to have to run back and be like, wow, I got voted off in the first week. That is absolutely terrible. Oh, and look at this. He is being chased out of there by two judges. The other two Zerglings are going to be running over here, going to probably be checking out the natural, and he's going to see that there is a forge. Fast expand going down, gateway as well, and the cannon is going to finish. Look at the timing on that cannon. So flawless. Wow. And the Zergling not going to be able to run past him. He's going to have to go ahead and turn around. Nicely done by DuckloadRa. And actually, let's check out the timings on these two buildings. Yeah, the Nexus actually got done first, and that's unusual to say the least. Meanwhile, this probe refusing to go away, and also on this map you can see there's no destructible rocks here. Interesting. Okay, but this probe just refusing to go away. The Zerglings do not have speed. Speed not even started. And it looks like Dimaga just going to be cranking out the drones, and that is all he is worried about right now. So, interesting. Queen taking the long road. Getting that creep tumor out there and going to be walking over to the expansion. Might have to wait. Yeah, I'm just going to have to wait a little bit. And it looks like the drone going to take a really quick third. Yeah, in normal versions of this map, there's actually destructible rocks here. So because he does not have destructible rocks, he's able to take that super fast third. Look, this is like 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and the third is down. So Dimaga definitely going for a macro thing. It looks like this probe is not going to check. Instead, going to run into the main where he is going to get tag teamed by a couple of queens. And gonna go scout. Oh, look, the drones are coming out as well to kill him, and boom, down they go. Nice control by Dimaga to take out that scout. And again, this third is unscouted right now. Yeah. Nice placement by Duckload as well. You can see here that this is not actually a solid wall. He can get out right here, so nicely done. I don't think stalkers can actually get out because they be fat, but zealots I know for sure, and probes can. So. Ooh, looks like a Stargate going down for DuckloadRa as well. So we're going to have to see what he decides to go. Is he going to go Phoenix? Is he going to go Void Rays? Is he going to... Well, it has to be one of those two. I don't know. I doubt he's Mothership rushing or anything of that thing. I mean, as awesome as that would be, I just don't think it's viable. Oh, well, I can dream. Looks like the third hatchery done for Dimaga now, transferring a couple of drones, and a couple is two. Yes, yes, they are. Nice placement on this Overlord by Dimaga as well. Not only does he have a great view of this floating statue thingy, but he also is out of range of anything up here on this high ground, is able to spot and see when anything happens. Looks like he may go ahead and maybe suicide, but may just check, may move to like here and then back. Nope, gonna move there. Nicely done. Look at Dimaga though. Every single watchtower has a Zergling, and this is really getting your money's worth, the cost efficiency of these Zerglings. And you can see, just looking at the minimap, look, there's a little place right here, and of course it's a perfect square, where he can't see, but everywhere else, this is a huge area. Oh man, that's so good. It's so good. But you know what he can't spawn? Can't spot. He can't spot the Void Ray that came out, and now there's Phoenix coming in. Looks like, oh, the Zergling going to be like, oh, hey, and this Overlord's going to be like, oh, you caught my shenanigans, because normally you can't kill me when I'm right here, but if you're Void Ray, you can. Void Ray with +1 kills is going to be moving out now and seeing if he can do anything else. There is already a Spore Crawler out, another Spore Crawler going down at the natural expansion for Dimaga, so he was prepared for any shenanigans like that. Looks like another Spore Crawler going down at each of his bases, and wow, he has a fourth hatch up, a macro hatch already. So Dimaga, being so super hatch crazy already, like, has not really done any sort of teching at all. I mean, not even just now, but Metabolic Boost not even finished yet. He is getting +1 missile attacks, 2 more Spore Crawlers going down, but not, oh, and a Hydra Den. Okay, so he's going Ling Hydra. Interesting build off the start, something we haven't seen in a while, but is pretty good against Phoenix and Void Rays. Yes, they are. So it looks like, oh, DuckloadRa, you sneaky devil, you, is already transitioning into Colossus. So nice little tech switch. Looks like he got out one Void Ray and a couple of Phoenix, and now he is going to just transition. Now he's going to keep on making Phoenix apparently, but he's transitioning into Colossus. So that's going to be a nice little tech switch, and that's going to be nasty for Dimaga when he finds out about that. You can see that DuckloadRa is actually about 10 supply ahead right now. If we go ahead and check out the army compositions, we can see that Dimaga is ahead in workers, has 68 drones versus 55 probes. But army supply-wise, Duckload is a little bit in the lead, and actually his name's Raw. Duckload, such a funny name, but I won't dwell on that because I think every caster ever has done that. So moving on. Another thing with these Phoenix that's really good is, in addition to lifting stuff up, killing the occasional Overlord, and everything else, they just get a scout so well. You can see he is up to 4, 5, I think. Let's check out units. We can just tell real quick. Yep, 5 Phoenix. So as soon as all these Phoenix group up, he can just come in here, do some shenanigans. I don't know if he's going to. He also has an observer, going to be observing some stuff. He's going to see a bunch of Hydras and 2 Queens, actually. I'm assuming those 2 Queens are for transfusion, and they are going to be moving their way up. Another Phoenix. Oh, got to be careful, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix going down for free. A little missed rally point there. But yes, it looks like, what is Dimaga doing? Looks like he is making 32 Zerglings on a couple more Hydras. +1 attack is almost done for those Hydras, and they do not have Carapace yet. Nope, but it looks like Colossus is out. Extended Thermal Lance, I'm assuming, is being Chrono Boost out. There is 1 cannon, and it is totally protected from any kind of Zergling attacks, but not so much against Hydras, which is all there is right now. There comes a couple of Zerglings. So it's going to come down to positioning here as Dimaga moves in here, and boom, down goes the cannon really easily. A couple of force fields going down, going to force these Hydras to fall back, and they're getting in kind of a position where they can't really maneuver very well. They're totally back in the back, and now these Phoenix going to be picking some guys up if they can. Looks like, oh, the Colossus does go down. Nice force fields as the Zerglings try to come in and get us around, but it looks like they will not be able to, at least for the time being. Another good force field going down, but these Hydra is doing a ton of damage, and both players losing quite a bit, but it looks like Duckload will hold here. Then a couple Queens still beating up a pylon. But, yep, it looks like DuckloadRa will, in fact, hold, yes, he will, in fact, hold. Dimaga is going to continue to pressure with these Hydras, and, oh, the luckiest Phoenix ever. Oh, no, never mind. He died. So after that, go ahead and take a look at the army supplies now. You can see that they are pretty close, 22 supply versus 26. In the units killed, you can see that Dimaga actually killed 5 probes there, but DuckloadRa killing many more Zerg units. Of course, many of them are are Zerglings, so that's not entirely accurate. I mean, if you go to the units lost tab, you can see resource-wise, it looks like Dimaga did lose a bit more there. So that's the real telling thing, is the resources, not so much the units as far as the actual numbers. So what is Dimaga doing now? It looks like he is taking a 4th base now, so he's going to be on 5 hatches, I believe, because he does have that that macro hatch right here. And looks like range is done, getting an infestation pit as well, +1 carapace, almost done as well. And he is going to continue to put on pressure here. Does not want DuckloadRa to go ahead and kind of get out of control, get his optimal unit mix, which I think he's doing. I mean, look at this. He's adding on 3 more gateways, has another Void Ray coming, has Colossus coming, getting Protoss ground armor level 1 almost complete as well, 50%. And here comes, looks like a little bit of a limbo line from Dimaga. Nice. Yeah, I mean, with the sentries throwing down the Guardian Shields and everything else, that was pretty much a total slaughter. And now DuckloadRa has to be feeling pretty good about all this, and he's going to be moving down here and just killing a lot of units off for pretty much free. Little tiny groups of units going up against the very small but still deadly Death Ball from DuckloadRa, and now these Stalkers are going to be just pewing as they continue to push forward. There is a couple of sentries, do not have a lot of energy, and a couple of Colossus who have 12 and 13 kills respectively, as well as extended thermal lance. Oh, being joined by their newbie buddy, but that's okay. There's an observer as well, and now they're just going to be pushing out here, doing a little bit of damage, maybe not overcommit, I don't know, but he is going to be expanding, taking a 4th while this is all going on, so very, very nice there. So DuckloadRa doing an amazing job of keeping the same amount of bases as Dimaga. Here comes a huge battle as he is engaging on creep. These Hydras are coming in and trying to focus down these Colossus. Will one Colossus go down? One does go down. 2 go down. Nicely done by these Hydras, but Hydras absolutely melting to the combined Stalker and Colossus fire, and now the Colossus is going to abuse the fact that he is really tall and would be really good at basketball if they had a basketball mod or app in this game. So, oh no, a little bit of Spore Crawler repositioning, but he is just totally in the wrong position there and going to be melted. Another Colossus joining the fray, and just really abusing this cliff is DuckloadRa at this point, even positioning this observer so we can see when the reinforcements come. Dimaga doing a good job of not panicking, is continuing to macro units and not throw them all away right now, although he's got to be getting a little antsy in his pantsy as his hatchery starts to take damage. Now he's going to be moving back. Is he able to snipe off? He snipes off one of the Void Rays, and he does get a Colossus as well. Going to be moving back with these Hydras now, so nice little poke with that Hydra. And now it is going to be, I think, a little dance again as Hydras move in and Colossus moves back, because if they get too close, yep, then the Stalkers can shoot. And oh, the Colossus absolutely melts Hydras anyway. It looks like Dimaga is committed to going Hydras, though. 8 more in production as well as 16 more Zerglings. And he's moving in here now, and it looks like this Colossus is not going to be microed back. Boom! Down goes the Colossus and moving back as well. Another Colossus has joined the battle and has taken his fallen brethren's place. So, my goodness, this is just, it keeps going back and forth, but this entire time, this hatchery is getting lower. More Hydras moving in now, and the Zergling is going to come in and try to surround the Stalkers, and it looks like nicely done, killing off that last Colossus. And Zerglings, some good force builds. Zerglings are doing a decent amount of damage, but with the shields of these Stalkers, they're just able to weather so much damage. Nicely done there by DuckloadRa. Good force fields, and now he has a couple more Zealots in his unit mix, as well as another Colossus joining the fray. He is just continuing to pump out these Colossus. Yep, Void Rays, Colossus, Stalkers, and it looks like Blink +2 on the way as well. Adding on another Robo Bay as his 4th is done, and he starts saturating, adding on a few cannons, because, you know, who doesn't like some cannons? Good for those little Zergling run-bys that Zergs do to try to get back in the game. And it looks like DuckloadRa is actually about 20 supply ahead right now, and that is really, really good, because they just want to be ahead of Zerg in supply, because Zerg units tend to be able to be massed a bit easier, and they're not quite as, like, hardy as the Protoss unit. So Protoss, if you can be ahead on supply, that is absolutely phenomenal. And it looks like he is expanding over here as well, taking kind of a ninja expansion. I mean, it's not really, it's the most logical. It's either that one or this one. This one's a little bit easier to defend, I think. And here comes Dimaga, and this could be the final battle. I am not sure. Dimaga needs to defend here, because now Duckload is on his side of the map, and he is out for blood. Dimaga is like, none shall pass, I think. He does have Infestors out, getting +2 melee attacks as well as +2 ranged attacks. Neural Parasite started right now as well, and it looks like, oh, another Colossus going on. More Colossus continue to be added on 2 at a time now, and Void Rays in addition to that. This Observer still there, just checking everything out. Doesn't want any kind of burrowed anything around. although there isn't at this point. This Void Ray with 1 kill, I think that was a Zergling, is just going to be patrolling around, seeing if he can do any kind of shenanigans. Yeah, oh, he could actually cancel this base right now, and it looks like DuckloadRa moving back, just wanted to reinforce with all of his units. Now he has a pretty much maxed army. +2 just finished, so this is a good timing to attack. Taking another base, like I said, up there in the right-hand corner. Hello, base, just now finishing. As more stalkers move in, he is putting down this pylon at the Zonlog Watchtower, and he's going to move in. I think he's going to try to abuse this cliff even more, and this Void Ray is going to do a lot of damage here. Could force the cancel. A few Hydras are breaking off from the main pack, and they're going to go ahead and try to take that out. Oh, drones being killed. Oh, I'm sorry, drones. And there is no way this hatchery is going to stay alive, so in a hail of I don't know what that is, freezer jam, the hatchery goes down, and now here comes DuckloadRa pushing in between the main and the natural. Could be going for the third as well. Looks like, oh, nice little blink there to pick off those infestors. Here comes the Zerglings, infestors, and Hydras, and I don't know, man. It looks like good fungal going down, but it looks like DuckloadRa is just going to be too powerful here. Good job reinforcing the Zerglings, but you can see here the Dimaga supply is just plummeting so fast, under 90 supply now versus the 168 supply of DuckloadRa, and there is the GG. So great push by DuckloadRa. Nice macro game by both these players. DuckloadRa played very beautifully and totally deserves that win. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your comments below, and I will see you guys later.